Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Seven. I am your 7-star mystic. Thanks for being here. If you are returning to my channel, I've been thinking about you. I hope you guys have been doing well. I haven't been able to do videos this week, but I'm back. So I hope y'all are doing well. If you're new, please feel free to subscribe. Just know that my videos are not necessarily date specific. So if you're watching this, you are watching it at the time you were meant to see it. There may be a message I have for you in this video that could help you somehow with something that's on your mind, something that you're questioning, something that you are trying to navigate. The things I offer in my videos can help you move through them. Right now my focus is on motivational inspiration. I got 4 cards, so I'm going to talk about the meanings. I feel this has to do with one's life direction. So first card is the Ace of Cups, which is an abundance of emotional fulfillment, happiness, joy, and very, very healing card. It's a very healing card. So when you may feel like in general in your life you're feeling lighter, you're feeling more able to move in a direction that feels natural to you, flow in a direction that feels right. You're not fighting that, because the next card is the Empress. Whether you're a man or a woman, this is a feminine energy of complete abundance, prosperity, fertility. This is a card of fertility, a fertile woman or a fertile person. So this has to, and she's the Queen of Queens. So if you're a female, you are owning your energy right now. You are owning it. Bring it in. Bring it in. Right? If you're a male, you can admire the fact that you know women in your life who are doing this. You can also admire the fact that you're doing this for yourself. Everybody has masculine and feminine, and it's important to embrace that. It really is. It's very healthy, and it's very mature to do that. So just embrace your inner queen. Embrace your inner queen. 4 of Wands is happy home. It could be moving locations, establishing a home. It could be relocating of a job for some people, or repurposing. It could be where you're at now currently. There's a newfound sense of security and power and life force and creativity. And this has to do with something you've been wishing for. This has to do with something you've been wishing for, something you've been hoping for, maybe something you've been envisioning, something you've been dreaming about. This is an excellent spread so far. Yeah, these next cards are very, very relevant for maybe quite a few of you, where there's something you've been working for. The outcome is mysterious. There's something you've been investing your time and energy into, and there's something about that you're not supposed to know yet. There's something that you're not supposed to know yet. The moon can also be illusions. It can be smoke and mirrors. It can be shadow work. And maybe a lot of you have been investing time and energy into shadow work, which is extremely difficult and extremely beneficial. It's like going on a cleanse for your body. except it's for also your mental and emotional bodies as well, and it can be very, very challenging. And um, this is just showing me that some of you may be working on yourselves and taking the amount of self-care that you put in and applying it to where you need the most healing. I've been seeing this card a lot lately, the Two of Swords. You may be at a crossroads mentally. In your mind, you can't make up your mind on something because you don't know. There are things you don't know and you can't make up your mind. You have to just pick something, I suppose. Maybe some of you just feel like there's options you have and you just have to pick something at some point. Some of you may feel like there's something you don't want to see for what it is because that would make it real. And that could be good or bad. It could be something that's so good and you don't want to see that because it freaks you out. Or there could be something that's really bad and that also freaks you out. Maybe something that is totally out of your comfort zone or challenging in some way. I said that and then I got the Four of Cups. You're not very pleased about something. You may be feeling a little disappointed or lethargic or maybe depressive. And if so, I'm sorry to hear that and I can relate. You're not alone. And it's okay to look at the good things in life. This could be poor timing as well. The Magician, King of Pentacles. So the next cards that came out were the Magician and the King of Pentacles. So you might be waiting for something. Waiting for something to be revealed. This King of Pentacles and the Magician is a person that can take all of their resources and manifest it into abundance and wealth. Maybe some of you have been struggling with that. I think that's an overarching energy because of the astrology right now. So you're very much not alone if this is something you are dealing with, but you have the ability and the resources to make amazing things happen. Big things, big amazing things. But there's some kind of alchemical process involved. So sometimes good things in life are worth waiting for. So the next card that came out was the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is the ending of a very painful situation. The Ten of Swords can be about overcoming extremely painful situations. Swords is the suit of the mentality. So this could be mental. This could be all in your head. It could be a cycle of negative thinking. It could be a cycle of self-abuse through really mean self-talk. Really, really mean self-talk. This could literally be like a betrayal that happened or, in your actual life for some of you. For some of you, this is the crime of not knowing your own worth even. And sometimes when you don't know your own worth, very painful situations come out of it. Remember your worth. Your worth is high. The first two cards that came out in this spread was the Ace of Cups and the Empress, so don't forget. Your worth is immense. Very abundant spiritual awakening. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. She knows her worth as well. Queen of Wands is extremely passionate and outgoing and excited about life. She's super hot. She's very ambitious and passionate. This could be you. This could be someone you know. This could be an energy that you need. You need this fire to fuel you and move you forward. So find your inner creative spark. Find out what ignites it and follow that, because it will enrich you and give you satisfaction from anything that you've been wanting. You can supply that for yourself. People are in our lives to help us and love us and support us, but if you can't do that for yourself, you won't be able to do that for anyone else. So the next cards that came out were the Prince of Earth, the Emperor, and the Hierophant. This is a progression of sorts. I see this as something that's happening for some reason. Just to note, we have the Emperor and the Empress in the same reading. The Emperor and the Empress are divine counterparts. This could be indicating a relationship with you and someone you love, someone you collaborate with. This could be indicating somebody you run a business with. There was some kind of establishment, a new home or a new situation was established based on the wishes of everyone involved. Even though there were things that were still not revealed, which created confusion and discontentment, there was this ability to take all of the resources you have and make it into something tangible. And it required leaving behind a really painful cycle, mental cycle, to propel yourself forward and fuel yourself. This could be something that has happened or will happen. The Prince of Pentacles is a very, very slow energy. He is one of the slowest cards in the deck. He's very dedicated. He's very hardworking and disciplined. He never rushes anything. He likes to take things slow and at the right pace that he feels is necessary for whatever is happening. So this could be you or someone you know. This could be something you're waiting on. It could be contracts. It could be legal things. It could be money things. Prince of Pentacles is about pentacles. It can be about money or an estate or a business. Something that was slow going, maybe. Or, well, opening a business is no easy task. It takes a lot of long-term planning. And so then there's this Emperor. So this energy is just solid and on point. Like King of Kings, the ruler of kingdoms. I mean, he runs everything he does with intention and purpose and planning, and he's very good at handling money and currency. He's fair. He's level-headed. And I'm thinking of the King of Pentacles too here. There's something to do with this Emperor and this King of Pentacles and the Prince of Pentacles here. It's like a progression from the Prince to the King to the Emperor. That's something I'm connecting here because those are the only male court cards in this entire reading. Which is funny because I laugh at this deck sometimes, this Cosmic Tarot deck, because sometimes when I'm doing readings, all of the royalty just shows up. Almost all of them. Sometimes I'll just be like, we're all here! We all have stuff to say! In this reading for everyone, I'm doing this on 81819. 81819. Then there's this Hierophant card, right? He's the High Priest. This energy is under a lot of scrutiny right now in our country, in our culture. The High Priest. What is he all about these days? What is he all about these days? He has lots of rules. He has a very structured way of doing things because it's how things are done. This is how things are done. That can be an absolutely amazing and beautiful concept depending on what it's used for. What is it you're honoring? What is it you're worshiping? Truly, ask yourself that. What do you worship? Is it food? Is it money? Is it your relationships with other people? Is it shiny things? Gotta love shiny things, right? In essence, this High Priest, he's extremely humble. And he is put in the position he's put in by the people who support him. Not because his friends think he should be a priest, a high priest, but because the people think he is worthy of communing with the spirits on their behalf and on his own behalf and on behalf of this world. He deals with other people. He counsels them. He helps heal them. He helps give them insight onto global issues. But he communes with the God entity, with the God consciousness. He communes with it to ask for insight that he can project into the world as a service to humankind and to the realms of the spirit. He is a conduit. He is not a tyrant or an abuser or a liar or a thief. He's none of those things. He's not supposed to be. On a mass scale, maybe you guys can think of a lot of examples of this. On a personal scale, how do those voices ring true for you? Right. So I'm going to, for some reason, I want to just do a whole new spread. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do a whole new spread. Let's see. I think I'm having my lunar return currently. My moon is in Pisces. If you know your moon sign, post it in the comments below. If you don't, if you've never looked at an astrology chart before, a good beginner's one is Astrolabe. Astrolabe, and you just go to Google Astrolabe free birth chart. Astrolabe free birth chart. If you want to know more about astrology, post that in the comments below as well, so I know what you guys want me to talk about in my videos, because, honey, I can talk about anything. So if there's content that you want to know more about, such as the current astrology, or if you want to know more about archangels, if you want to know more about the spiritual realm, this tarot card reading is technically entertainment. It's like storytelling, right? But for me, there's definitely a spiritual aspect involved. And that's why I appreciate doing it, because I never know what I'm going to get. So if you feel like you've been going through a hard time, just know that you're not alone. I want to talk a little bit more about that. If you feel like you are going through a hard time, or you've been through a hard time, we're going to address this. This Eight of Swords energy is an energy of a victim. Something bad has happened, and you feel like you're stuck, imprisoned, trapped in your mind. You feel trapped in your mind, and you feel like you're helpless, and that there's nothing that can be done. 333, by the way. I've been seeing repeating numbers a lot lately. I think I would like to talk more about repeating numbers in my videos, so if you're interested in that, let me know. I love to hear from you guys. So, yeah, this is definitely like a victim mentality type of a deal. But you can get out of this. You have the power to get out of this. I'm just letting you know that. You may feel this way, or you may have felt this way, but you have the power to get out of this. No one can do it for you. There's the Nine of Swords. So we went from the 8 straight to the 9, and the Nine of Swords is like my panic attack card. I mean, this is very high anxiety, high adrenaline perhaps. I mean, this person is under siege. I feel this is a collective energy. Our world is not always very peaceful, and our country is not very peaceful right now. And I'm not really sure where that's going or how, but this is being under siege. This is feeling like you're under attack. This is feeling unsafe all of the time. And you want to know something? A lot of people have to go through that on a day-to-day basis. And if you don't, I hope that you count your blessings, because some people have to live like this. And I mean, especially in other parts of the world where countries are at war and the government attacks its people. So, and that can happen mentally too. That can happen in all kinds of ways. The government here is attacking people in a totally different way than literal, like, throwing bombs at them. So I'm not gonna keep dwelling on that. But this can also be in your life too. If something bad has happened to you, if you've been traumatized somehow, if something terrible has happened and you are feeling some type of way about it. But what happens next is the Queen of Swords. So it's like you're cutting through all of the confusion and you're owning it. You're owning all of this energy, this mental anxiety. And you know, it's very valid. But this queen is saying, yes, it's valid, and I am going to take back control of my life. I'm going to take control over the situation, or I'm going to take control over my own actions. I'm going to take control over my own thoughts. And she doesn't allow for bullshit. This is very interesting because for some of you, this is actually and pertains to a love situation, and I'm going to tell you why shortly. For some of you, there's things that you had settled for, or bad things. Well, one, there could be bad things that happened to you in your relationships, or there could be things you settled for, things you thought you deserved and you didn't, abuses, anything like this. And the Queen of Swords says, nope, not gonna happen anymore. None of that. None of that. She's over it. She will cut it out. This is like Cardi B being like, I'm quick to cut it off so don't get comfortable. She's like, I will cut you off in a heartbeat. So come at me correct. If this isn't a love situation for you, this could even be just people coming together and being like, we will not allow this. This is not tolerable. And she's very into like justice. She's like, justice must be served. Like, this is not okay. Right? Then there's the Hermit card after that. So there's this internal reflection. Where did we go? What happened? How did we get here? Maybe it's coming to terms with everything. Coming to terms with everything. This is collective and it can be personal. It's both. On a collective level, how did we get here? What caused this? What causes this? What are the roots of the problems? On a personal level, same thing. What are the roots of the problems? How did I get here? How did we get here? What happened? Sometimes people do things and it's not your fault, and it's never going to be your fault that they did those things. That was their decision that they made. It was their decision that they made. So this Hermit is also like spiritual evolution. I mean, it is a major arcana. This is like spiritual transformation based on things that have happened. I do see that for people. That is a hope I have, is that there can be transformation and positive, constructive change. The next card is the Lovers. So this is a decision that has to be made. This is, which side are you on? There's polarities involved. One or the other. Two things. Two. One or the other. I don't know why I'm hearing that. That may be very strong. If you resonate with that, you will know one or the other. Nothing more, nothing less, one or the other. That's all there is on the table. I'm a person where I see the polarities and I see everything in between. But I just want to point this out. This Queen of Swords card in this deck, the Lovers card is in this Queen of Swords card. So the Lovers card is right there, and then it showed up right here. So it's like, for some of you, you're looking at love and being like, you're giving it a good, hard look. Or maybe for some of you, you caught somebody cheating on you, or there was a third-party situation, and if so, I'm sorry, you don't deserve that. I hope that's not true for any of you, because I mean, well, you know, but things happen, like, that stuff happens, people do things like that, and this Queen of Swords is like taking a good look at something. And there's this inward, very spiritual inward process. And then the Lovers card comes up. After the Lovers card comes the Ten of Wands. What I'm getting from that is this need to release baggage, because some of you want to go forward in like a love situation. Some of you want to go forward in a romantic situation. Something that you choose requires a release of baggage and burdens for you to go forward. And that's why a decision has to be made. And once it's made, these things begin their process of deconstruction. Burning wood is a deconstruction of the wood. It's a release into ashes. So there's something that's maybe coming to an end. I mean, these three cards, this Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ten of Wands, it's like, this is really heavy energy, fam. And I applaud you for all of the hard work you put into your day-to-day, into living the best you can, into doing the best you can, and just taking it a day at a time, because this is a heavy process. But you know what? After this Ten of Wands, this is you go from victim to survivor. Victim to survivor process is so important. I mean, the last card is the Queen of Pentacles, and in the first spread, the King of Pentacles was there. And now we have the Queen of Pentacles here. So maybe you and another person are literally like somebody you're working with, somebody you love. You're both going through some... I keep seeing repeating numbers through this reading, so I'm hoping this is being really super helpful for some of you. But yeah, this is like people going through things to better themselves, or to become more skilled at something, or to, I mean, if this is a business, you and whoever you're working with are just working really hard to perfect everything that you're doing. And that is amazing. I mean, that is so ideal. I mean, that will create long-term results that will abound in beautiful things. And this is a generous and loving energy, this Queen of Pentacles. She's generous and she's loving, and she has a lot of support to give herself and everyone else. I mean, you go to her and you know she's got you. She's very nurturing and supportive. Shout out to that energy, because that is not to be taken advantage of or taken for granted. That is something to be valued. She knows her worth too. All the queens know their worth. Queen of Cups I question sometimes, but no, the Queen of Pentacles, yeah, she knows her worth, and she's like, I won't settle for less. Just saying. So, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys have an excellent rest of your day, evening, or night. Thank you so much for viewing and watching. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. And don't forget to check out my other videos for more insight. So, with that being said, I will see you again super soon. 7 up and out.